and comms and hosts and bingo trackers is a lot on screen, but our incredible tech team has made it happen. And we are ready to go with, fun fact, the only person on Twitch who comes up above Sawayoshi when I type twitch.tv/SA, our commentator, Satan herself. And the number one person who comes up on Twitch when I type BRI, probably, I've never done that, britsha. That's right. Two of these people I've watched on Twitch before. And the other three are really good at Peggle. That's 5 for 5 on quality entertainment, y'all. So whenever you're ready, show us how good you are at Peggle. Ing.
Happy you've disabled me with that introduction. That was fascinating. Thank you so much for that. My name is Satan herself, or Satan isn't herself on Twitch, and today we are here to show you Peggle Deluxe 2v2 Lockout Bingo. So I'll do a little bit of explaining about what that is, and then I'll throw it over to my fellow comms and the runners to introduce themselves. So just a little background on what bingo is if you don't know. We're going to get a 5x5 board with a bunch of different little objectives throughout the game to do in it. And we'll explain more about that in a little bit. But the lockout style means that it's not just one row that you have to get, but you have to get the majority of squares. So once one team gets 13 squares, then they are going to win. And they aren't going to know what the bingo board looks like until they click that click to reveal button, and neither are we. So we're going to all find out together. And here I'm on with my fellow commentator, Helios WX.
Hello, hello. So yeah, I'm co-commentating with Satan, fellow Peggle speedrunner. Deluxe is my main game, although I'm not as familiar with the challenges. I'm more of like an 80% speedrunner. So I'll be enjoying the bingo along with you all. Kind of explain how the game works as we go. And our fantastic 4 runners.
Hello, I'm brassbeat. I do this game on Twitch sometimes as well. You can find me on brassbeat, and yeah.
Hello, I'm britsha. I made Peggle Bingo. I also main the sequel game of Peggle, so hopefully this goes well.
Hi, I'm Jnano. I'm the current world record holder for Peggle Deluxe in Epstein, and I enjoy bingoing.
3 places behind Jnano here. Yeah, fresh world record holder. What was that, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Jnano has just rocketed up the boards. He's amazing. And also,
7 minutes.
first bingo he ever did was the submission video for us. So huge props. Like, he's really come on the fly and just done this. Anyways, continue.
I'm TableAndChairs, and I'm not the world record holder, but I'm okay. Oh. Bingo.
All of these runners are underselling themselves. They are all
Agreed.
really fast. really, really fast. But also, bingo is a totally different skill than any percent. You're going to see adaptability, communication, being able to sort of read this board and see what the easiest things are to snipe, predicting your opponent. There's a lot of different things that you do in bingo that you would never get to do in a Peggle any percent run. I also wanted to just ask Happy how we are doing on the incentive before we get started.
We are a little over $200 away. We're tight. We're cutting it close, but it is possible.
Yeah, we have to
for
believe
one, but
until
look
the
how
very
much
end.
Peggle love there is in chat.
I see so much of the word
So
Peggle
many
in chat. My mind
first-time
is blown.
chatters saying Peggle.
Let's go. Peggle
Let's
cruise up.
go.
You mean
Hell
so
yeah.
you're telling me that 142,857 pies are in chat? That's enough to get us to 2250 by the end of this run. That's
I
so many
agree.
pies.
I was
And if we
hungry.
get to 2250, we're going to get to see a bonus race of the master duels. Those are really silly and really hard because the game's AI can just see any shot. It can see any shot.
Yeah,
So,
more advanced than any modern AI back in 2007. Actually,
like,
ridiculous.
genuinely,
what
we
it can do.
keep trying to make good Peggle bots and we can't. They're still so good in the original. So, like, you're going to get to see these runners struggle against the AI and probably succeed because they are amazingly talented. But we should really just get ourselves started. I know Jnano is going to do our countdown.
Want me to count it out or just put it in the...
Do both.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, and so at this point, the teams are splitting off into their respective voice channels here, so that they can communicate with each other. Because, like as Satan is explaining here, this is going to be a lot of communication between the team members here. So
To confirm before I send them down there, Brassbeat is on Jnano's team.
depends on how they're paying you. Yes, Brassbeat and Jnano are on a team, and then britsha and TableAndChairs are on a team.
Yo,
I believe, yes.
Hello.
Yeah, they're
We
split
start
left
now?
side and the right side.
yeah, we
Correct?
started.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
confused for a sec.
We can
I'll do
see here, so the
55
board
orange
is
tag,
it's a little
HP
squished for
challenge
y'all
tag.
down there.
Okay,
If you
I'm
see in the
doing
middle of the
45
screen,
orange,
on the
patient
left,
challenge
that
tag.
is the board. Turn up your
I'm
highest
doing full
resolution on
clear
Twitch to be able to
5-4.
see it here. But essentially what you're seeing here, as britsha said, they created this challenge, but the challenges themselves are mainly ones that are found in the base game of Peggle. We're just kind of
Yeah, I'll look for
putting them
more
all together in here. So
more
yes, I
easy
saw a
full
question in
clears.
chat here. They are all out of order because they are basically, it's a bingo board. You know, it's we're kind of familiar with like lockouts and other games. We have 25 different challenges throughout the game that vary from full clearing the levels to doing any of the challenges in Peggle. Now, for those of you who have seen Peggle speedruns or watched people play Peggle, you can play the game. You can play the 55 levels normally. There's also, I believe it's, how many challenges is it? 75 challenges that are like
that.
the levels will have more oranges. You have to get a certain
Also,
amount of points per level.
Wow, these runners are already
Yeah, they're clearing
ticking
it,
off
right?
these bingo items. Yeah, so we already have two
I'll do
and from one team
300K
and two from
page
another,
4 challenge
and
one.
we should kind of explain that there are certain challenges and things to do that are easier than others. So
Yes.
the red team identified immediately a 35 orange pegs challenge. Each level normally has 25 orange pegs that you need to clear, so adding 10 onto that isn't very hard for Peggle runners, so that's a really, really fast type of challenge to do. And some runners are very strong at full clearing, which means clearing every single peg in a level. So Brass went ahead and hopped on full clear 5-4 and was able to do it. While the blue team decided to go for some orange challenges that are a little bit higher than 35, because I'm sure they thought, oh, we see the 35 orange, we know that the other team's gonna go for that. Let's do these other oranges. So there's a lot of like strategy and thinking about what is your opponent gonna do, and figuring out, you know, like what you can do to stay on top of them. And red has also clicked off another orange peg challenge as we speak. Those are the ones that really you laser focus on a lot of the time. The duels and 300K. Oh my goodness. These, wow. Like, this is blazing. So Chad, if you want to see that bonus duels run, you kind of gotta get some donations in, because these runners are going really, really quickly.
Yeah. And just for reference as well, I think the colors are a little backwards from the graphic here. Jnano and Brassbeat are red on the bingo board, and britsha and Table are blue, for a reference.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You
can see.
So right now they are even. They both have 4 completed out of the 13 that any team needs to beat. So right now they are absolutely neck and neck, getting these really early challenges done as fast as possible. This takes quick communication and quick deliberation on which challenges are both easy and you think that you can get faster than your opponent, or that your opponent is not going for.
So we're probably
I'm seeing a lot of full clear challenges get done really quickly. There was a 300K, so there's a point system in this game. It's actually probably what Peggle's most known for. And getting 300K in a level is pretty easy, all things considered. It gets harder when you get to sort of the 400-ish range. So you'll see runners definitely go for that pretty quickly as well.
Yeah, because that's what's cool about this type of challenge of Peggle, is that Peggle was not meant to be a speedrunning game. It's a arcade point style game at its core, and so this type of category, whether you run it yourself or in teams and competitions like this, kind of shows Peggle almost at its finest. This is what Peggle was meant to be like, running these challenges, doing these points, and so on. So it's a fantastic category, particularly for a race like this. And you're going to see the energy here as we fly through these earliest challenges. But I think we're going to see a little bit of a
that's
PJ
slowdown
challenge
now.
one.
As like you said, these first challenges, if you're really good at full clears,
Okay.
they're done. Orange challenges, they're done. But
Yeah.
some of these, as we're going to see here, like a multi-level challenge is just completed. Those types of challenges, you have to beat multiple levels in a row. And
I'll
if
do
you
multi-level
lose
store,
any of them,
first
you
14
restart the
challenge
entire
too.
challenge. So thankfully, I think that
Brutal.
was just 2 levels. I didn't catch which one that was. But you can-
Yeah, challenge 1, that's 2 levels. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a really good one to identify early. I'm actually surprised it took that long for anybody to see that. But that's kind of part of the challenge of bingo is going, oh yeah, I know that challenge 1 on that page is actually just 2 levels, and if you just complete 2 levels, you're done. You know. Also a little hi Huey on Brass's stream. That caterpillar down there, we've lovingly dubbed Huey the caterpillar. So you always got to say hi Huey when you see that level.
Yep. Or you're
Unfortunately,
right.
Brass just missing that full clear barely on the Huey
He
level.
must not have said hi to Huey. Oh
yeah,
man, yeah, that
exactly.
rim bounce in the bucket there.
That was
Kind of
brutal.
unfortunate.
That was absolutely brutal. You never want to see that. But Brass is gonna pick it back up really quickly. I'm sure they're gonna pivot. It'll be all good. But right now, Blue's taking a little bit of a lead. But as Helios was saying, we're starting to get into some of the harder challenges. So it's going to take a little bit longer for runners here to deal with everything. And we can start kind of looking at some of these challenges that are actually going to be ones they're going to avoid until the end. So I would say Full Clear 7-1 is one of the ones I'm seeing here. 7-1 has a lot of moving pegs, which makes it very difficult to do the normal strategies that one would normally do in Peggle, which is just like knowing where your shots are going to go by doing consistent shots. The Peggle's physics system is always going to make the same shot if you set it up the same way, unless you have moving pegs. So having a level with a bunch of moving pegs is much harder to full clear because you don't get to use those strategies. Nice. A full clear up on Britsha's screen up there brings that clearly impossible done. So Blue is doing a good job rocking these challenges, but Red is not far behind. We are still competitive here at this bingo match. But yeah, the full clear 7-1, that's pretty brutal. Nobody wants to do that. So they're leaving that for later. You also see a couple of duels. There's some duels that are like serious duels and duel to the death. Those are going to be with hard AIs that can be really unpredictable and difficult to deal with on the fly. So a lot of those will probably be left for last. Yeah, there's a couple of insane challenges as well. There's challenge 1 and challenge 2. That's a 2-ball and 1-ball challenge. You only start with 2 balls or 1 ball for those ones. So those can be really hard to get as well. So there's a reason you're not seeing the runners go for that either. So as long as Red can keep it competitive, somebody's gonna have to do those, but everybody's leaving it alone for now.
All right, y'all.
Is there anything you'd like to add for us, Happy? Also, nice, got that full clear on Huey. Good job, Brass.
I just want to remind chat, look how quickly they're moving. Look how much is left before that 2250. It is possible,
Okay.
right?
I
If you're
believe.
there at home and you're
Absolutely.
like, oh, maybe I shouldn't donate. Like, is it worth
No.
donating $5? Are we going to get close? First of all, yes, we're donating. You're helping dogs. That's
Absolutely.
worth
Yeah,
$5
right.
every time.
I used
But
to work
also,
with cards. Absolutely.
if all of us do that, then we'll hit the 2250 easy.
Absolutely. Anything counts. Let's do a $5 donation train. What was your favorite PopCap game, chat? Did you enjoy Plants vs. Zombies the most?
I do
Were
not
you a
remember the name
bookworm
of
sort
it,
person?
but
Zuma?
the fish one.
Insane
The
Aquarium.
Insane Aquarium.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Good shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, donate for your favorite PopCap game. We want to hear what it was. What was your favorite PopCap memory? Tell us. $5 train or more, whatever you want to do. Get them in. Also, I was when I was saying that 1-ball challenge was hard, or that 2-ball challenge was hard, I was apparently lying because Jnano just got it like nothing. So
Yeah, it just is the power in these runners, man. I know I've sit here, and I struggle with all these challenges as a seasoned player. These guys are on another level.
there's a lot of different ways to both play and speedrun Peggle. I mean, Helios is blazing fast at any percent, but like challenges is a whole different ballgame, right?
Yeah,
like literally, haha, pun intended.
I'm just in awe watching this stuff.
Yeah.
And we're looking, so we're gonna get
Nice.
some more.
Brass picking up a 400K challenge. That one's pretty hard to do fast, so very
We can
impressed
see
by that.
here, I believe
Oh,
Britsha and
shit.
Jnano are doing the
I-
same challenge here.
I
Jnano just
finished
gets it
as they got
right
played.
before.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Jnano snipes that.
I'll do
Yep.
insane
So
challenge.
that's a really big deal. So if you saw there, that full clear 3-5, both Jnano and Britsha were going for at the exact same time. And so Jnano getting to it just a little bit faster meant that Britsha wasn't able to cross it off. And you can see Britsha's reaction there. They're like, aw. And Jnano got it. Or not Jnano, because Britsha doesn't know. But, you know, the red team got it.
Oh, it's fair and Warren Bingo.
Challenge 1.
Exactly. And that's
Ooh,
by the
multiple
way, this is a
score.
bit of a red
Impact off.
comeback. We are getting closer to even here. I think we might be even, in fact.
Yes, we have 9 and 9.
9 and 9. Oh my gosh. And look at how fast these runners are going. We might have to play again. 9 and 10. Oh my.
Let's do it. We can
Wow.
run it back. If we're that far ahead, I'll run
Why
it back.
not?
Okay,
And that gives y'all more time to donate for that duels incentive. Also.
Get there. Get there.
Brass is
That's my
definitely
favorite thing
getting
about
it.
Lockout
Yeah,
Bingo.
full
Like,
clear, but
I don't know.
should
That's
probably-
why Lockout is so much fun to me. When someone's like
Oh, I guess
moments
not.
away
Okay,
from
I'll
it,
do that.
and
Someone snipes it, yeah.
You
that's what I
see-
was doing.
even as a player, like it's such a
Oh.
fun moment when you see the color shift
I'll do a duel
out
to
of the
the
side
death
of your
thing.
eye, and you're like,
Oh no, I mean
that better not be what I know it is.
Oh,
You
right.
just immediately you're like, I swear to
This is
God.
dread.
Actually brutal on some of these challenges. Like we're saying, some of
these.
these challenges are a lot longer. So like
Okay.
the oranges one, that happens pretty often because like everyone guns it for those. They're very quick. The likelihood of doing them at the same time will probably happen. But you have some of these ones where you can have up to like 5 levels in a row, where you could be on level 5 and then the other person started the same challenge at the same time and suddenly they get it. You just wasted 10 minutes and it's for naught. So that's
Yep.
it can be very brutal. These longer towards the end game of these bingo challenges, you can sweep the beginning of a board in 10 minutes and then spend twice as long in the last like 3 tiles. You know.
Yeah, absolutely,
So,
and that's
we
where
can
we're
look at what we
starting to
have
get
left
to
here.
on this race. Yeah, we want to look at these last tiles because they're all going to be important.
Yeah,
We're just
they're
going
all
for
the
that full clear
duels.
7-1 that I mentioned before. Yeah, a bunch of duels. Although Brass just got that one, so are we at 11 for red?
We are at 9 and 12.
Okay, so
12
the next
12
one
for
that
red?
red gets will be it. So we might just have to run this back. Chat. This is a very fast bingo, by the way. Bingos on average go somewhere between 25 and 30 minutes for Peggle, so it really depends on the board that you get. This board, I think, was just really, really quick. Got a lot of really quick stuff, and we have some really quick runners here, so I'm not
You know,
entirely surprised.
Clearing
And that's it.
55
Right.
orange pegs.
Oh,
G,
results then.
G. No, Jnano doing the full clear 7-1, getting it from Britsha.
Oh,
That's
within
red
that. Okay, he's doing
winning.
it within the challenge.
Red
I
is
see,
red
okay.
is red is
Orange
done.
got nothing on me.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah.
GG.
We were winning.
We
by
should
2
tell the
for a while,
runners.
and I just kept
Yeah,
choosing the
wow,
ones we
okay.
got.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
we tried.
hey, hey.
Hey.
Hey, hey.
Uh,
GG the
again?
red team. Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
since
do
that
y'all
was an
wanna run that back?
11-minute board, y'all want to do a second one?
Oh, best of
Yeah.
3.
I mean, no,
Best of 3.
For me.
That was
If we got
incredibly fast.
That was so fast, y'all. Oh my goodness. That
Not to
was too
throw the
too
gauntlet
fast.
down too hard, but I don't know. I think we can only get best of 3 if blue team wins the next one.
So let's do it. I'm ready to hop back.
Guess they
in. Are
got to
y'all?
win. Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Jenna, seat up. Let's party.
Should play
All right.
left-handed. Yeah, everyone play left-handed or not dominant hand.
Wow, that is a thing you can do with Peggle, isn't it? That's why.
Yep, I've ran all of the Warren Rabbit categories with my left hand before.
Oh,
It
jeez.
was horrid.
And
It was the
also,
worst.
I'm left-handed.
Well, there you go. I'm not.
Satan. Oh no, I'm not. I'm saying the rest of your sentence should have been.
Oh no.
I have world record in all the left-handed categories, and I'm left-handed.
All right. Well, anyways, if we're gonna try to get a best of 3, we gotta get going.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
I can
Let's
count
get
good luck
started.
to everyone.
Right.
All right, do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, and we are.
All right, and they are all off. And let's click
all
that board. Let's check
All
it
right.
out.
So, unfortunately, we are not able to give a link with the
55
seed
orange pegs,
because
page
people would be able to
challenge.
join
I'll
as
do
not
the-
spectators,
Okay, I'm
and we
doing
don't want
challenge
to mess up
5,
the
so that works.
sanctity of the
Oh,
board.
this is the one I did.
Unfortunately, I'm not
Although
as
I'm
familiar with how
seeing
big a
on
sync
the
works.
stream that the previous board is still showing.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure if
that
that's
out,
when
like,
we're
now.
under hours.
No,
Yeah.
that can happen with the
Oh, I haven't had any music on.
Yeah, I
I
would
was
if
scared it was gonna
somebody
mess
can
with
go
the-
into
with
and at
everything.
Jnano to basically open up the browser again. It may have refreshed, or they may have
Yeah.
not refreshed on OBS or something.
Not like they're really using.
Yeah, Happy's
can
gonna go
happen.
tell him. Yep. Happy's gonna go tell him.
Yeah,
No.
the quirks
We're all
of
good.
OBS. Familiar
Also,
to
I
us
saw
all.
that we're a little bit close to that incentive.
I just
Y'all,
hopped down.
we
into
are
the-
Oh no, this is
perfect. Let's hope we
Okay.
can get that sorted.
When we look at
Shortly.
this board, so yeah, the
no, I
board's
can't
unfortunately a
find
bit
it.
small for y'all, but again, we're kind of seeing a nice mix of those 45, 35 orange peg ones, a couple full clears.
Oh, I did. Oh,
There's
we
also
did
like
the
when you're
same
looking at
one.
these
Oh, I
full
forgot.
clears, you can't just like look at full clear. You know, you have to be familiar with all the levels of what you're getting into.
Jnano's
This time,
gameplay
that's
is now
handicap,
the
so
previous
we're good.
board.
I'll do page.
I
think we should maybe figure out what's going on.
Oh, there we go.
I'll do 45 oranges.
Yeah.
But we still aren't getting the correct board though,
Okay.
Oh,
which is not great.
We'll give a live play. Blue has one.
yeah. I
Yep.
I just died.
But okay, we can describe the board. Why not? Chat, you
Yes.
can barely see it anyways. So we have a board with a lot of full clears again, ranging from pretty easy for like full clears of stuff that's really really early in the game, to full clears of stuff that is definitely not as easy, like 8-3. 8-3 is fine actually.
For a second.
But there's also some 35 oranges, 45, and 55. So right now, all the runners are kind of going rushing on that. But
runners are thinking they may need to just start over, so I'm gonna drag them up here, and we'll
no
just.
problem. Let's start over.
I mean, we got time.
You're trying to describe the board.
Everyone's too fast. We can redo it.
Too fast.
All
Where's
right.
Britsha?
Yeah, we're
Britsha
just
went
gonna.
into a different
Bridger
channel.
with the check too.
Britsha, we lost them to check too. Oh.
And I
He's
don't
back.
see Tech Check 2 on my screen anymore for some reason.
Oh.
I'll
Britsha
figure that out
maybe
later.
Killed
Person in the shadow realm.
check 2.
We'll be back.
This just in.
There it is.
All right, we're fixing the tech.
I'll just-
Bear with us here,
Alright.
chat.
I'll just remake the browser stats.
No problem. We're doing a lot of tech. Thank you, Jnano, for being
Yeah,
really
countdown.
great. And
Yeah, add a
flexible
go at the end of
for
the countdown
Okay.
as well. Yeah.
we're doing it, chat. We're doing this for bingo.
Peggle is
Do
chaotic
it for
enough
bingo.
with one person doing it.
Do it
Hold
for
on,
the
forward. This is
dogs.
Pulling something like this off is a miracle. So shout out to tech team helping us here.
Let's go,
Huge
Tech.
shout out to tech. Doing amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah, we used to run full on battle royales of Peggle with like 50 plus people, and the logistical.
Yeah, I might do it again. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we're doing it live.
Hi.
no.
There
Not
we
right
go.
now. Give me a minute.
Yes, you can also donate. I see
Donate.
we went up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Donate.
Yeah, we're
Bring it.
getting a little bit closer towards that incentive, but we just have probably this next bingo match, maybe the one after, who knows? But getting your donations in to try to get to that bonus duels incentive. We really want to see our runners have to race that.
Let's do it. All right. Let's get another countdown.
Hi, okay.
Second try on the second
This
one.
time I'll say go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and they're off once again, like it never happened. Okay, so
And out of the goat.
Yeah.
once again, we have a good
alright.
mix.
Okay,
Yeah,
45
like we were saying,
orange
we
peg,
can't
page
just,
one, page two, challenge one.
Like, obviously these challenges
Oh,
are
I'm
designed to
doing
tell
that
you
one.
where to look for them.
Ah,
But it helps to know, especially in the beginning, what you're dealing with. So you can see, like, there's a few full clears,
challenge two.
but a full clear
Okay.
1-2 versus 7-1. You have to kind of be familiar if you want to do this
Oh,
fast.
okay.
Be like, oh wow, 7-1's a
I'm
terrible
using
level, so I'm
one
gonna do the
actually,
1-2.
that's fine.
But the other team might do this one. So again, all kind of plays into understanding all the game knowledge that goes alongside knowing your opponents. Knowing, oh, like I know my opponent doesn't like this challenge, so I'm gonna do it. It's always kind of fun.
Yeah. No,
this
true.
one does
Like
not
a lot of
have-
people will not prefer duels or will not prefer
I'll do
score
challenge
challenges.
three
So
then.
if you know,
Okay.
what your fellow runners are more sort of into or not, then that can be very helpful.
And this particular board does not have a lot of full clears. Doesn't
Yeah,
appear to have
many,
a couple-
not a
duels.
ton. Although full clear 1-2 and 2-2 are both pretty enticing. So right now we see Brass already going for full clear 1-2, and succeeding. So probably we will see him get that in just a second here.
Oh, we have three level duels.
Wow. Okay,
those
so
are the-
this is going to be a tougher board probably than the last one we saw.
Yeah, very much.
this
So.
is
These
35
duels
points.
are not only duels, which are hard to control because the AI is, just it can see things that you as a human player cannot,
Okay.
and so you can't predict, everything that it's going to do, and you have to beat it on points,
That's
which is
the
very
cat
tricky
one.
to do as well. But they are also 3-level duels. And actually, we have a nice little thing to alleviate that because with speedrun technology, that's actually 2 duels instead of 3. Wow,
35
discount.
pegs, page
That's
one,
because
challenge
one of our runners discovered that if you click the continue button with both the right and left mouse button at the same time, you can skip that middle duel. Pretty cool. This also works in a myriad of other situations to save time, including in any percent and in other challenges. So it's pretty wacky. We asked one of the devs of Peggle why it's in there. By the way, he didn't know. He did not know it was in there.
That is
Didn't know why it exists.
one of the more unhinged we found a speedrun technique that I've ever heard of. Because like,
Welcome to Peggle.
I don't know, I feel like that stuff is usually hidden behind
Yeah.
like I think of the debug code in Stardew that's like left shift H and page up or like it's like 3 keys you would never press at the same time unless you were looking for them. The idea of being able to skip a full level because you clicked with both mouse buttons is
It gets
unhinged.
wackier than that. I will explain. So in any percent when you use that, I know this is a bit of a tangent, but it's so good. I have to explain this. In any percent when you do that between levels, it actually counts as a retry of the level. And Peggle has a hidden mechanic called microzen, where it basically improves your shots in any percent if you are doing bad enough. So if you retry enough, the game is going to automatically quote unquote improve your shots. So that retry actually is a thing you could use. And it also skips a text box, which skips like 40 seconds over the course of the run.
Okay, I'll do 350.
Yeah.
That's so
Welcome to
interesting.
Peggle.
Let's go,
Yeah,
Peggle.
it's funny. We don't have a lot of major skips in compared to other speedrun games. We have a lot of little things that add up over the length of the game because it's a small thing done 55 times.
It totally does.
Okay, it's got
Also,
some fun
both
uses in the
teams
challenge
doing
here.
great here. They're 4-4 right now, clearing out some of these really easy, quick ones. Although, again, insane challenges, the low ball. I think Jnano's just really good at those because Jnano picked that one up, I believe. But yeah, we've got some full clears already done. 1-2 and 2-2. Brass took both of those. And we got some 45 oranges that britsha, and multiple oranges that britsha and Table are just gobbling up. So it seems like the teams are staying out of each other's hair right now. They kind of seem to prefer different things, are predicting that they're gonna get different things. But we're gonna see them definitely interacting on some of these soon because, you run out.
And so we got some rough ones coming up. There's 3-level duels. Anything that's multi-level, whether it's these multi-level scores, whether it's multi-level duels. If you lose after you've started, you start back from square one. So
and multi-level scores,
it's a
by the way,
major
are
time
cumulative score over 3 levels. So
Yes.
the score that you get from one level carries over to the next. That's one of the places where you can use that little glitch I was talking about earlier. You can skip a middle level, but then that's less opportunity to get points. So that's that really is up to
Gotta be
your skill
confident, yeah.
and preference. Yeah.
Hey,
But
really
yeah,
quick.
points is hard. Yes.
We are just under $200 away now.
Oh,
We are getting there.
closer.
We're pushing. There's not a lot of time left, though. If you've got a donation to give, now is the time to make it happen like these lovely people. Helios WX, who says, "I've heard of Peggle" with a $10
I've heard of that
donation,
guy.
but weirdly, I've never heard of Helios WX. How'd that
Me
happen? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're only 4th place in any percent. No one's heard of them.
Ooh, yo, let's go. You should tag the 3 people above you and wait.
One's in chat, one's speedrunning.
Is it too soon to make jokes about that on stream?
Absolutely. That's my entire career. So,
And yeah, the Helios being salty about this is the bit. It is the bit. So,
yeah, my bit is always not having world record. But that's why Jnano's
Do
running
not
out.
worry about it.
Always the bridesmaid of the bridesmaid of the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yep, exactly.
Page 6 challenge.
We also got $5 from Polly, parentheses, washed. It says, "This is some top-notch bingo. So proud to see the growth of
So
all the
watched.
runners."
Only second place. Only second place.
Aw, thank you, Polly Pies. Polly Pies is the second place person
Yeah.
on the 80%
Oh my
leaderboards, by
Just
the way.
lost it, unfortunately. Was it by
Yep,
7
Jnano,
seconds though?
Jnano took it. Yeah, no, they're really close. They're really close.
Hotly contested.
2 score.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
Ooh,
the
that's a
Peggle
tough
community
loss
is
there,
just
Jnano.
yeah, that was tough. Although Britsha had one too recently, so I think the teams are still very even pacing
I
wise.
hear you.
But yeah, the Peggle community is
Some angry
amazing.
mouse waggles there from table.
I have absolutely loved all the things we've been able to do since I've gotten here. I've been here longer than certainly all of these runners.
Yeah, Satan's one of the founding members, Peggle.
Yeah, although not really. I mean, that was Panaha, you know, and Co. Phoenix and etc. etc. But like,
Yeah. With
Peggle
two.
is really the speedrun community has just blown me away. Everybody is so creative, so inventive, so kind, so willing to just stick their neck out for each other, and you know, do all of these things together. If y'all are looking for a speedrun with some RNG, with some point and click, and with some, you know, nostalgic and sort of weird elements to it, Peggle is here for you. We are always just thrilled to have new people, even just playing the game. We have a big creative scene also for making custom Peggle levels. That's a thing you can do really easily. There's an editor that one of our community members made that is super easy to access. I know myself, I've made levels. So, you know, whatever you're into, come hang out with us.
Yeah, and what's kind of the charm of it is that you really, like I kind of mentioned earlier, there's not a lot of tech required to do a Peggle speedrun. I mean, if you pick up the game, play it through adventure mode, that's your speedrun.
That's a speedrun.
No.
That's a
There's,
speedrun.
there's a lot of smaller stuff that, you know, these guys are going too fast to finish explaining, but you know, there's like things you can do to speed up your levels, like chips and like tricks, like styles of shots, like openers and things that we are hardly covering again for the sake of time. But and don't come into as much play with these types of challenges, but you can do that kind of stuff. But it's a very easy game to just pick up, have a good time with, and get it brought on the board. You can be a speedrunner by just playing Peggle.
Exactly.
So, highly
and
recommend
Peggle
check it out.
Deluxe
Like,
also isn't the only way to do it. There are a bunch of other Peggle games, including Peggle Knights, its full sequel, successor. But also Peggle Extreme and Peggle World of Warcraft, both of which are criminally underrated and free games. They are literally free games. You have absolutely nothing to lose. You can just download them from the internet and play them right now.
Yeah.
They're officially licensed Peggle games, and you will not believe what Peggle Extreme is themed after. Just go play it for yourself. Trust Helios and I.
It's the closest thing we've got to Half-Life 3. Oh, that's a good shot there.
Yeah, that was beautiful by Brass. That was so close to succeeding too. Brass was trying to get away with not full clearing the level by doing a really high point shot at the very end to get that 350k challenge, but it didn't quite succeed. But it looks like right now
we have a communication
Yeah,
here.
Britsha pulling
They're doing
that
the
up.
same thing on the left.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Are they both gunning for it to try to steal it from the other team?
Who
or
isn't
are the
doing
bots-
it?
Yeah, who's not attempting it right now. Although they could always pivot to it, you never know. But also just maybe they are both thinking this challenge is so hard that, you know, 2 eyes on it is a good idea.
Exactly. One
Which
of
it
you
is.
will get
This is
it.
a tough one.
Yeah, this is one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, I get 350,000 points. And first off, it's just a big number, but that's the charm of Peggle. You know, oh, but it's not too bad. But then you think, oh, what's on this level? this is actually like one of the most difficult ones. This level is actually, it's a bit of a speedrun killer. This is one of the most difficult levels in the game, I think, to consistently beat.
Yeah,
So
the
having a
monkey
challenge
one.
like this on top of it at speed, like you remember, we're not only beating these challenges, you're beating these challenges on the clock against another person. So you kind of have this whole added stress of like, oh well, I'm not doing this at my leisure, you know.
Yeah. Also, you
No.
will see both Jnano choosing Pooh, this owl character, and also britsha choosing that on their side of the screen. Because Who is, you might remember him as sort of an aimbot if you played Peggle yourself. But he actually works on points. He actually chooses a shot based on how many points you're going to get from it. So Who is actually a good character for specifically getting points, as well as going fast. He's pretty fast too.
Oh, there you go.
Unfortunately, it's looking like Brass is not quite able to get that. Neither is Jnano. Brass might keep on it, but Jnano is going to pivot away, which I think is pretty
They
smart.
did get it. They got 360.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Brass totally did just get it. Let's go. Huge. So red is now able to move on. Blue just taking off, I think, one new one there. And they're getting onto all these multi-level challenges, 3-level challenges, and duel to the death. This is the nasty stuff. This is the nitty-gritty. You gotta do it. You gotta put your head on the wall. You know, try everything sort of challenges to get them done. So we're gonna see how fast they can do them.
Yeah, and a reminder, so like Jnano down there is doing that a 4 in a row challenge. If you get to the 4th level and you lose, you gotta do all 4 again. So they're definitely a more high stress challenge even when playing for fun. Let alone, you know, you could start this and then if you don't know where your enemy's at right now, right? For all they know, they're probably doing the same challenge. So you kind of have that like, oh, I gotta speed through these levels, but also make sure you're taking them slow because if you lose a lot of time it's yourself. So it's a lot more goes into the strategy if you're not just trying to do the challenge.
I also want to point out,
like,
just like, we should explain how duels works because we're going to be seeing duels here.
Yeah, duels are rude, they're mean, and again, they're through an all-powerful AI developed in 2007.
Truly so advanced. No one even knows. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, so you're facing off against, so it's the dual AI. I don't know how AI it truly is, but essentially it is kind of a modified version of Who's power. Talking about the Zen and re-aiming, where it calculates what it thinks to be the best shot over the entire level. So you can see if you're on Britcha's screen, for example, anytime that bar is on the right, so like Britcha's shooting with Cinder right here, and then the computer picked Bjorn. So Bjorn will find its best shot, looking for the most amount of points in a shot, or try to clear a level, and so on, to obviously get the most points and win. So, and through doing this, it will often find angles that, you know, because it can run all the calculations and find all these angles, you will more often than not be in a winning position until your last shot. This is why we kind of say the duels are very rude and they're way too smart for their own good, because they'll often think you'll think you're winning and then they'll take over the last second here. You can see.
Yeah, Britcha's doing a 3-level.
There's a decent shot.
Spicy, although unfortunately they just ran into a duel-specific mechanic, which is that if you do not hit an orange in your shot, it will deduct 25% of your total points. So that can be really brutal in these 3-level duels. Also, you're seeing them do a wall fireball shot, which is a fun little Cinder trick you can do if you're a speedrunner.
Oh, see, thankfully Bjorn did not.
Yeah, thankfully Bjorn did not come back too much, but...
Which is going to have to get a good bounce here, and it goes into the 5. Oh, man, anything else? You can see the head grab there. Oh, now we're back to 1 out of 3.
Brutal. Yeah, so that deduction can be really, really hard to deal with. So you not only have to get good shots that sort of set up good points shots for yourself later, but you also have to make sure you get an orange in every single shot that you do, which can be really tricky because sometimes you have only a couple oranges left in the challenge, and you know that the AI is going to be able to get that fever bonus if you let it have that. But you know, you don't want them to have that, so you're kind of trying to engineer scenarios in which they don't get that, but you do. It's very difficult.
I see it's heavy. Is gonna get a nice slide here. Oh, no, it actually didn't. Oh, but then it broke the slide, so that's just bad luck.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, a lot of duel stuff especially comes down to luck. Unfortunately, not completely. There's definitely things you can do, and as a seasoned runner, you know you just automatically pick up tricks to help yourself on that. But you
will always
it's
get
still,
you will get outskilled by the AI
Yeah,
when you least expect it.
You know,
It happens to everyone. Part of the fun.
Exactly. Britsha was trying to get a bucket bounce to get the fever bonus on that, but didn't quite get it.
Is that the one?
Brass
he's
has
gonna
got
restart
a
posterity.
3-level duel.
All right, I think that's going to be
doing
10 to
challenge
8,
for
but
you.
I'll double check.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, well,
You can see Jnano
No,
is
that's
doing
11.
a
change to challenge
Two.
for.
multi-level
Yes,
or
8.
multi-score.
Okay.
So,
So
again,
red
it's the
team,
one-
if they pick up 2 more, is going to win. Blue team needs 5.
Messed up the
It is
double
certainly
kill.
possible if the blue team thwarts the red team's efforts,
Hold on, I'm
but
still
they
got
have to be fast and smart about what they do.
You just get extra points.
Yeah.
Speaking of
So-
fast, chat also has to donate fast if they want to see those bonus duels, because we're definitely not going to have time for another bingo unless everybody just wants to do that.
Not unless
but-
everyone gets really cool about a lot of stuff real quick.
real fast. I'm
Real
casting it in
fast.
full Dr. Pepper. I'm in.
Exactly. But yeah, if you want to see that dual race, now's the time. We are under $200, so $200? Question mark?
It's more likely than you might think.
Exactly.
You can be
it's
the
more likely than
hero.
you think. That gives us more Peggle duels.
You know how there's always that weird thing in like GDQ events when we get to a big number, it's like, oh, 25,000, and then no one donates right at 25K because they're all waiting for it to get close to 30 so they can be the one who sets it over 30. You right now are within spitting distance of 2250. You can be
Could
the
be you.
person who sends us over that milestone.
And all
You
donations
could be
go to
directly
Blue Path, which
responsible
is
for.
amazing. So
You could be directly responsible for these runners further suffering against Peggle duels. It
You
is
can
very funny.
only
I
you can
trust-
cause more Peggle.
exactly.
Yeah.
We would absolutely love to see that be met. So yeah, any donation counts. We're joking, but like really, everything counts. And not
Getting
only
all the
like
slides
does
and
it
sent
count
to
towards our
they don't
incentives,
have
but also
binders.
towards
Direct
Blue
cost.
Path, which is the amazing charity that we benefit here at Multi-Con Rebels. So it's awesome. No matter whether we meet an incentive or not, everything always counts. And it all counts towards the donation total as well. We have a thing that we would get to do if we got to $5,000 on the total marathon. Tell us about that, Happy.
Get there.
I would love
You
to.
want?
That's right. We've named not one, but 2 puppies. And for the low price of $5,000, if we get to a total of $5,000 in donations by the end of the day tomorrow, we can name a 3rd puppy.
We gotta name him after Peggle character.
We could. We have
Guys, this is the
always
most
named them
important-
after dogs from games that were run in the marathon.
Yeah, we don't have like a Peggle dog, unfortunately.
We
No,
can
we
just
do
name it Peggle. I don't care. I will gladly send an email to a professional on the other side of the country saying, please name a puppy Peggle for us.
Like,
Thanks.
dear EA, we have a proposition. Also, we are at 12 to 8 on the board, so
A pup
Red,
position, maybe.
Brass and
Mhm.
Jnano need 1, and Britsha and Table need to make a deficit of 5.
Yeah.
So
So it's looking pretty good for
May-
Red, but it's not impossible. You never know what's gonna happen.
yeah, we're currently dealing with. It looks like so they're on the same level, but they're actually doing different challenges. So that's
You're
kind of
doing
another
different
thing. With
challenges,
these.
yeah.
Yeah, these challenges are often some of these are get so many points on a certain set of levels. Other ones are the duels where they can be almost any level. You know, I think notably the master levels, like the famous double helix final level, is not in the mix. You haven't seen it here, thankfully, as part of these like duels and whatnot. But and I believe did I just finish? There they go.
Is that
That
it?
is a GG from the red team.
GG for the red team. Red team
GGs.
taking that best out of 3. Really,
Alright.
really good bingos here tonight.
Yeah,
My
that
goodness.
those are some tough challenges there at the end.
yeah.
All the multi-level
Both
stuff.
teams doing amazingly. I think Duels really just kind of wrecked the blue team there. I think Duels just decided that no, we were not going to.
Yeah.
It was
The
not going
god
to be
of duels
nice.
has spoken. Bjorn has spoken.
Bjorn. Ah, Bjorn.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was to
Yeah,
end.
even yes, it's the winning team saying they weren't bad.
I was
Yeah,
to
that's
three-level
duels
duel
for
like
you.
the entire time.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
you're saying at the end there, sometimes the AI just takes over. Too
Yeah,
powerful for its own good.
absolutely. Too powerful. Well, it's so powerful that we're probably not going to get to see that extra duels race. But thank you all so much for hanging out with us doing Peggle tonight. We had a really, really fun time. I'm sure. GG's to the red team, but both of y'all, all of the Peggle players fought valiantly tonight. Y'all did amazing. Great Peggle.
Yeah, thank you all so much. And if anyone hanging out at home wants to be like me and watch too much Peggle on Twitch, where can they find y'all?
I mean, I know I'm same name, so Helios WX. Although I haven't streamed enough lately.
Lately,
Lately,
ever.
I have a world record to catch now. Like,
We want to see your streams, Helios. Yeah, I guess we're doing commentators first, and then we'll go to runners. I'm Satan isn't herself on Twitch. I stream a lot these days, and I stream a lot of Peggle. Right now, I'm kind of extreme brained. Peggle Extreme is kind of my main project, but I usually like to play Peggle Nights. So if you want to see a bisexual squid, which Nights definitely canonically has, not really, but like we're gonna
That's
pretend.
canon, yeah.
Yeah, come to my stream. Thank you. Runners, go. Ooh, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm britsha. I'm britsha. Anyway, elsewhere as well. I do Peggle, but I also don't. Sometimes I build a table.
What?
IKEA speedrun?
Yeah.
Apparently, I was muted. Sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah, go again.
Yeah, you can find me on brassbeat. I am usually streaming Peggle, but I'm currently in the process of branching out to the witness randomizer. So yeah, enjoy that.
I'm Jnano. My Twitch is Jnano Onan, so my name, then it backwards afterwards. And I just stream if I do runs, and that's about it. And I'm not really doing runs right now.
I don't stream, and all my runs on YouTube are unlisted. So.
Thank you, Table. Very awesome.
So if you want to find more Table, don't.
Go to your local.
Yeah,
Don't.
don't.
Go
This
check
is
out.
an exclusive
check
Table
out-
and Chairs appearance right here, right now.
Think of them at your local IKEA, Home Depot.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
Britch's
exactly.
stream.
Your dining room.
Speedrun.com.
All of
Yeah.
these people that do stream have incredible streams, by the way. I absolutely recommend checking that out. And yeah, SRC, if you want to see anybody's runs, highly recommend it. Peggle is entertaining to watch.
Britsha going for the glory here. For the Helix one shot as we wrap up. Actually,
that's really exciting. So let's just see if they can get it in a couple of attempts here.
But yeah,
yep,
thanks for having us.
Yep, they got
This
it.
is
They
fun.
got it.
Oh my
Let's
god,
go.
Let's
Let's go.
It's always been
This is
look away.
everybody's favorite trick.
That is perfect
Let's
timing.
go.
Genesis, send us over. Send us to break. The timing couldn't be better.
Done. We had a great
And
time.
Jnano gets it too.
Let's go, both teams. Woohoo! Multi-town.